I'm Anil Kumar, sharing with you a question from my student, Jasmine, who wants to understand what are equivalent fractions and how to represent them. So here is a rectangle. So I have a big rectangle. So let me redo the drawing. That is the big rectangle. And we are going to divide this rectangle into equal parts. So this is whole rectangle. So let us do first half of it. So that is one half, this is the other half. And now we'll draw a horizontal line through the center, getting 4 quarters. Once we have done the quarters, we are going to do half of the quarters, right? So earlier we had 1 whole, that became half, and then 1/4, and this is 1/8. And now we will do half of that also, and then again another half. So we have done many halves as we moved from outside inside, so from out to in. And now what I see here is that there are different boxes which are of different size. Now the question for you is, how do I represent A, B, and C in equivalent fractions, right? So you need to write, how can I write A as a fraction of the whole? How can I write B as a fraction of the whole? And how can I write C as fraction of the whole? So once you write them one time, you have to also write an equivalent fraction for the same. So that is the exercise for you, right? So I'd like you to take your time, solve this particular question, think about it, and then look into my solution. So let me begin from the very beginning. So what we did was that we took this particular thing which was one whole, right, big rectangle, then we did half, and A was 1/4. So I could write this as 1/4. Is that clear? So A becomes 1/4. So this is also A, that big thing. But if I do half of 1/4, I get 1/8. So B is 1 out of 8. 1 out of 8. Now, how do you know that there are 8 such things? Well, we can divide and count. So let me divide it further. Right? So if I do like this, then you can see we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and this whole 8. So B is 1 out of 8. Do you see that? That is how we get B. Now for C, I have to further divide these into halves like this. Do you see that? Like this. So once I do that, how many of size C are there with me? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. So we have 16 in all, in which only one is marked as C, right? So that is how you can get these fractions. Now you can look at these fractions in different ways. We can also say, now with so many, A, for example, has got 4 of these, 16. Do you see that? So I could write A also as 1, 2, 3, 4 out of 16. Does it make sense to you? Now B type of units, which are rectangles of this size, we could write 2. There are 2 sixteenths. So we could write this as 2 out of 16. Correct? So these are called equivalent fractions. And C, imagine if I divide it further into halves, then I get 2 out of 32. So I could also write C as 2 out of 32. Does it make sense to you? Correct? So that is how we produce equivalent fractions. Now as an exercise, what you have to do is, you have to write B as something over 32. What should go in here? And for A, you have to write something over 32, an equivalent fraction. Is it okay? So A, something over 32. So what should get here? That is what you have to do, and that's your homework. So I like you to pause the video, think about it, get this answer. Once you get this answer for A, B and C I have already given you, that is 2. Then put it as a comment. I will check and verify. I hope that helps. Feel free to write your comments, share your views, and if you like and subscribe my videos, it'll be great. Thank you and all the best.